the T3 and a T4 form. I don't get what a 1099 is for. I don't get the difference between an RRSP and a TFSA. I don't understand what a Roth IRA is, and I shouldn't have to know this stuff. It's none of my business.
What an absolute clown show. Sad to say, but it's entirely your business to know exactly what those forms are. Basic financial literacy remains pretty essential towards the path of that boss babe lifestyle. Google it up, honey, because the Roth IRA might be your only saving grace 40 years from now. You're going to need every single penny when absolutely no man ever wants to accommodate your incompetence.
So let me get this straight. I'm working. I finally get my paycheck at the end of the 2 weeks. When I get that paycheck, that money that I worked so hard for, I get taxed on it. And I don't even get all that money that I made. Then I go and buy my groceries. This is a necessity that I need to survive in this life. So then I go and buy my groceries, the food that I eat. And when I'm paying for my groceries, I get taxed on that. I need some enjoyment in my life. I can't just go to work and I can't just buy groceries and go home. You want to buy a cute outfit. You've worked really hard. You have this money that you worked for. Go and then you buy some clothes. I actually need clothes to not be a nudist in this society. So I go and I buy some clothes. I also get taxed on that. Same with shoes. Same with my makeup. Same with my gym membership. Same with every other thing that you ever want to do in life. I get taxed on top of getting taxed on my paycheck as well. So really, what money am I actually making? Because I feel like it's all just going to taxes. And it all makes perfect logical sense.
In other news, did you know that water is wet? Damn, how are they so shocked that the big bad government is taxing everything? It's been this way since your father started working his first job. I may not agree with how the government is spending all this tax money, but that's for another conversation. You certainly don't see a logical man filming a crying session just because his dream car registration costs extra. So just pay the piper and stop acting like a victim of everyday reality.
The single tax. And this is something that really frustrates me, really gets on me, because in order for me to live comfortably, I have to pay so much more money than people who are in relationships and who are married. And it's so frustrating because deep down, like, we all want connection. I want to be with someone and I want that lifelong partner. But until I find them, I have to spend so much more money on everyday things until I get there. Yes, you can have roommates and you can kind of cut down costs on some of those things, living with friends and with family. But at the end of the day, the tax reductions that you get when you file them together and having a spouse and just getting to share the overall expense of everyday life and house ownership or rent and groceries and utilities, to me, is just something that you don't get, obviously, when you're single.
The legendary single tax is literally just the standard cover charge for your precious independence. Men handle the exact same financial reality so much better without filming a pathetic internet breakdown. You can see the absolute struggle to admit they just want a husband to act as a human coupon code for groceries and rent. Guys already see right through this entire clown act anyway, so enjoy paying full retail price for that boss babe autonomy.
Okay, I have a thought. If I, a non-binary person, no longer exist, according to the government, I shouldn't pay any taxes. I think I'm onto something here.
Hey, y'all women, speak for yourselves when y'all say y'all don't need. Because, baby, I need a man. I don't want to be independent. I don't want to do everything on my own. What's up, Papa?
Okay, but seriously, I just need to know where I can find a loyal man, because I feel like all these men nowadays either a Snapchat or a mistress, and I just need a loyal one. So where are the loyal men at?
And you gotta be mean to these men. You gotta be strict. Don't give him what he wants. Tell him no. Men hate to hear no. It only make them work even harder. They love a challenge. If it's too easy, he gonna take advantage of it. He's not gonna appreciate it. Be mean and make him work.
I mean, where else can we find entertainment like these? They're posting their master plans on the internet and think men won't see it. They want a loyal, wealthy protector who they can destroy emotionally and make his life a miserable nightmare. Instead of stepping up and actually making an effort to make your lives better, you're just there doing nothing. Remember, men, it's way cheaper to hire an actual clown for a weekend than to marry one for a lifetime.
How to find a man that pays. Step 1. Please be presentable. If we're looking for the money, we have to actually look like money. Whatever must be done, get it done. Hair, nails, make sure you have that shit on. I need my girls to look presentable. Step 2. Let's go somewhere nice. A country club, a restaurant, a bar. Hell, even the grocery store. I need you to go somewhere pleasant. And you must do this alone. If you have a friend or friends with you, this will lessen your chances to find the man that pays. They may never approach, or you may not be the one they pick. So be grown and go solo. Step 3. Be approachable. Please don't be on your phone. Please make sure you have good posture. And make sure you appear welcoming. A nice smile usually does the trick. Be polite and nice to whoever approaches you, even if you don't want them. The man that pays is always watching. Happy hunting, or should I say, happy praying.
How to spot an absolute gold digger in the wild. Step 1. Look for the clown sitting completely alone at a country club with a painfully fake smile. Step 2. Watch her frantically scan the room for a walking ATM because she can't actually afford her own drinks. Step 3. Turn around and walk away from this desperate little trap.
Let that man help you. You are a damsel in distress, okay? You ain't got it. You ain't got it figured out. You don't know what to do. Men love feeling needed. They love solving problems, and they love saving the day. So, yes, you can come right on over here and look, can you help me, please? Can you help me? Let that man help you, because all of this independent stuff, I didn't ask to be here, okay? I didn't ask for this. INDE. I never sang that song, baby. I don't know that song because 2 jobs, work hard, you a bit. Ooh, I'm allergic. No, that never sounded good to me, baby. So yes, I'm a dependent. Claim me on your taxes. Can you help me, please?
We got another clown wanting to be claimed as a dependent. It's like they've got an allergy to hard work. The excuses never stop, and I guess that's what a parasite will do to get what it wants. I'd rather save some money to see Floyd fight Manny Pacquiao again in September.
I woke up to raw sewage pumping into my basement, so I obviously called a plumber and I asked him to snake the line, and that was $426, which honestly feels cheap considering the pipe was impacted, so the pressure to open it was violent, to put it lightly. While this was all happening, I had a DMV appointment I couldn't miss because my aunt died and I needed to go to the DMV to transfer the title to her car. I've never bought or owned a car before, so this is all new to me. I paid for street parking and I checked the signs a million times, but apparently I can't read. $50 street cleaning ticket. But there's a 30-minute lapse in my metered payment, so I got a $35 ticket on top of the $50 ticket. When I got to the DMV, the parking lot was full, so I had to pay for the garage across the street, and it was cash only, so I had to go to the ATM, pay the $2.95 fee plus the $20 to pay for parking, $350 for the title and registration plus $12 to park the car on my street again. All of this was before 10 a.m. by the way. I had to run to the office on a Friday because things at work are blowing up in my face, just like the sewer. $14 round trip. Plus, I obviously didn't have time to pack a lunch, so that was $18 because the protein was extra, of course. I then bought a sumo and some chocolate chips on my way home because I really wanted a sweet treat, and yeah, that's everything I spent today.
Now that's a real adult right there, just narrating a boring life. No begging, no complaining, taking it up like a real matured person. Imagine if all the other women were like her. Well, I guess we can't because that would put this entire channel out of business.
All I'm saying is, you need to file your taxes, go file your taxes, go file your taxes, get your tax refund. Bitch! I have to pay taxes. I'm gonna file that shit at the very end. I'm gonna file that shit very last minute, okay? Uncle Sam can wait.
I guess it's currently tax season. The deadline to pay your taxes is obviously in April for Americans, where we also have to pay to do our taxes. You can do it for free, but it's not as good of a service. I'm always just like, okay, yeah, it's a thing that we have to do. This year, it just feels so, I mean, I guess the past 2 or 3 years, it just feels so disgusting to have to pay taxes. Genuinely, we are paying for children to be rounded up and put in camps. That is what our taxes are going to. And to be funding weapons that are so strong that they're evaporating people in other countries. Like, genuinely, to pay taxes this year feels unfathomable. Also, when other billion-dollar companies are getting money back from tariffs that we had to pay for if you ever bought anything in the US, and things got more expensive, and then tariffs were made illegal, and then companies are getting refunds for it and people aren't. I'm just like, and also the government shut down again. So it's like, what are we even paying taxes for?
Your pathetic attempt to blame global geopolitics for your unpaid taxes is a masterpiece of clown logic. You suddenly turned into a passionate human rights activist just because you finally owe the government some cash. We all know you'd gleefully hand over the money if it funded your personal brunch habits and cute outfits.
I don't care what nobody say. People with no kids struggle more than the people with kids. Like, us single people get no handouts. No handouts. Like, we don't even get tax credits. Let's be for real. Like, leave this conversation alone. Tadia.
I can't stand when somebody hears about a single mom getting like $10,000 on a tax return and they want to be like, damn, must be nice. Like, must be nice. I can't even afford health insurance. I'm behind on 6 different bills. Both my kids need a whole new wardrobe because we're going into a new season. Like, my car needs repairs. There's just 1,000,010 things that's literally gone in like a day. Literally gone in like a day. So must be nice. No, when you struggle all year, you live off of credit cards, you have to rob Peter to pay Paul. Like, no, it's not really that nice. Like, it sounds good. It's literally gone in 2 seconds. I don't qualify for daycare assistance. Do you know how much it is to put my kids in daycare? Must be nice? Yeah, no. It's really not that nice.
10 grand in free government money vanishing in 24 hours is absolute insanity. You get a massive welfare check just for having kids and still find a way to complain to the whole internet. Just make sure you're actually spending that money towards your kids and not some stupid bullshit.
Want to know something that just really gets on my nerves? And is this a rant? Probably yes, kind of. However, it's a rant of a mother that is over 50, a single parent, has children that are adults but not really adults, and everything that they do revolves around my income. So student loans, anything revolves around my income on the FOSFA or whatever the hell you call that thing. And that is not cool, because when do I get a break on anything? I don't get a tax break on anything because I'm a single person and I don't have little kids. I don't get any of those grants or any of that stuff that they give everybody else that is not a middle-aged woman that is single. And one day I'm going to absolutely lose my mind over this. Today might be the day. I'm not really sure. But where is the relief for a hardworking single woman in her 50s that has kids, that is adults, but is like raising them on her own and always has? What is that? Where is my help? Okay, I'm kind of whining, but I'm kind of not, and I am going to go to Pilates now.
Nobody wants to work anymore, and everybody wants to kill themselves these days. Why do you think that is? It's because every single day feels like a never-ending loop of autopilot where we go to work and we go to work and we make ends meet. A lot of us are barely making ends meet, and we have to just hope one day the bigger picture will come, and then it never comes. And it feels like we're just going to be doing this forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever until we fucking die. So it almost feels like, is it worth it? Is it worth it to keep getting up every single day, living the same exact mundane life, trying to make it and not really getting any kind of help or relief? Yeah. It's like death almost sounds easier.
Did you know that the US tax system is designed to penalize women who work? I'm a small business owner. I can write off so much on my taxes. I can write off investing in a vehicle. I can write off expenses for meals. I can write off travel, anything that's related to running my business in any way. But I cannot write off childcare because childcare is considered a personal expense. Our tax system is set up with carrots and sticks. Carrots being, here, we want you to do these certain things, so we're going to give you tax-free pools of money that you can invest in things like retirement. Sticks in terms of, hey, we don't want you to do these things, so you're going to be penalized from a tax perspective if you, for example, take money out of your 401k too early. We don't give any tax-free money for childcare. Again, it's considered a personal expense. There are countries in the world in which this is considered a public good, but in America, it's considered a personal expense. And why is that? Because our tax system is set up such that moms should be at home while dads should go to work. And if moms work or moms run businesses, there is zero additional tax benefit or break that we give to moms for childcare. And this is why moms have to do it all, and this is why they're so damn tired.
You know what I woke up thinking about this morning? How feminism didn't free women, it just made us taxable. Before the 1960s, most families could live on one income. A husband worked and a wife managed the home, and it wasn't looked at as oppression. It was an economic model built around stability, around family. Then came second wave feminism and told women that being in the home was slavery. That the only way that they could have true value is if they went into the workforce. And a lot of women believed it. They wanted independence. They wanted choices. I mean, who wouldn't want those things, right? But here's the part that they just left out, or they just didn't tell you. When women went into the workforce in mass, the cost of living went up dramatically. Suddenly, two incomes weren't luxury. It was just a requirement for life. And what did that mean? It meant that you couldn't afford not to work. The state doubled its tax base overnight. Corporations got cheaper labor, and the liberated woman just became the overworked woman. Still raising kids, still cooking, still cleaning, and this time you have a full-time job on top of all that. That's not liberation, that's nationalization of the home, of the family, of the mother, of the woman. They didn't free women from this system, they just brought them into their system. So yeah, when people talk about feminism as if it's some sacred thing, I can't help but think it did not double women's freedom, it just doubled the income the state makes.
Guys, let's all collectively stop paying taxes. Now, I'm going to start by saying I'm just a messenger here. I unfortunately do not pay taxes at the moment. I'm blessed to be in university and also in abundance of activities where I can't be doing like really intensive jobs and shit. But everybody else who does pay taxes, can we all collectively find a way, hypothetically, to stop paying these taxes? This is where they get all their money. And all these rich people, see, at first I was like, wait a minute, like all the like richest people, technically, even though the proportion of taxes is so small compared to their money, they do pay a lot of the taxes. But then I realized, no, they be doing all the loopholes and shit. They do be paying nothing, really. Well, they do pay something, some of them, I know. But like, really, the American people are the ones paying these damn taxes. It's really that middle class that be paying these damn taxes. So collectively, in a hypothetical, fantastical, not real at all, I'm joking sense, but really I am not joking, but I am. Let's stop doing the taxes. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is our way to revolt. The thing is, leftist, we're not taking the right steps to get some shit done. Y'all want us to arm ourselves, but I still have to just put this 1 cent in. They do, in fact, have the military grade weapons. Okay? Now, there are some loopholes around that issue in that maybe we could try to turn the military against the government. Hypothetically, I'm joking completely. I'm not. But I mean, imagine what would work in a way where you don't have to like have a bunch of people, immediately, you know what I'm saying? Taxes, right? If like all they want is our money and shit, again, I don't really make that much money yet. I am still kind of babyish, but they want your money. So I'm telling you right now, can they call the IRS on every household? No, there's not enough IRS people. There's not. If you're in the IRS, quit your damn job and join us. Do you know what I'm saying? Stop paying your taxes. We're going to find a way to do this. Who's with me? Who wants to help me? Or I'm actually really serious. If there's a way for us to organize this to work, I will go mute and we'll figure this out. And in the next year, this shit will happen. But seriously, guys, hypothetically, totally joking way, stop paying the taxes. I'm going to figure it out for you. Okay? You're welcome.
When Martha Stewart didn't pay her taxes, did they come get her or did she turn herself in? Because I don't think I'm paying taxes next year. I'm not paying taxes next year. Now that I know where the money is actually going, we for so long have been like, where's the money going? There's so many potholes. Oh my God. There's no housing. There's no education programs. Now that we know it's going to fund wars for real, I have no desire to pay taxes. I was never paying back those student loans anyway. So, are they gonna come get me, or do I get to turn myself in?
It's like literally no secret that women are massively underrepresented in US Congress. It's very apparent by the laws that are being made, the laws that are being changed, rights that are being taken away from us. But I think that we need to stop paying our taxes. No taxation without representation. 51% of the US population is women, yet only 28.2% of women hold seats in Congress. So I think until the amount of women in Congress represents the amount of women in the US population, we should stop paying our taxes. No taxation without representation. So if you are a woman, do not pay your taxes.
Listen, if they really cut off food stamps for November, y'all better go into that HR office and turn your taxes off. We should not be paying taxes if they're not going to help the American people. If my grandma don't get her Social Security, what the fuck make you think I'm gonna pay taxes for? Huh? If my community members who need food stamps can't get it, I'm not paying no taxes, bitch. I'm not paying a motherfucking thing. Because what you doing with my money? What you doing with my money? Because you don't know how to use it right. So I'm going to take it back. Since you don't know how to use it right, I'm taking it back. I'm taking it back.